When you realize the lies they've been telling you, it's going to blow your mind. So stay with me for this one. In the 1950s, there was a researcher called Ansel Keys, and he launched the famous 7-country study. But he cherry-picked data to blame saturated fat for heart disease, whilst ignoring countries like France and Japan, where people ate more fat but had low heart disease risk. Now, why did this gain support? Could it have been because it was backed by the American Heart Association, who just so happened to have been funded by Procter and Gamble, the producers of Crisco, who could gain massively if people swapped from eating butter over to their processed seed oils? Then came the sugar cover-up. In 1967, the Sugar Research Foundation paid Harvard scientists to rewrite history literally. They published a review blaming fat for heart disease, exonerating sugar. The government followed that lead and shifted their national dietary policy to protect those industrial profits. The result was that low-fat foods loaded our shelves and metabolic disease became a global epidemic. And what do they spray all of our produce with? It's glyphosate. In the 1970s, Monsanto launched it as the miracle weed killer. They funded the safety studies themselves, influenced regulatory committees, and claimed it was completely harmless. The governments were promised higher yields of crops at lower costs and a farming revolution. But what they didn't tell us is that glyphosate ended up in our soil, our water, and even in our blood, disrupting our hormones, our gut microbiome, and increasing cancer risk.